At this stage, Billie and Renee want to set up the main router by achieving these three main goals with AI: Internet access, VLAN setup and gateways, and DHCP. As two cafe owners with limited networking knowledge, Billie and Renee could easily lose track of what was changed during the configuration process. Networking setups can become complicated, so they create a simple system to reduce mistakes and keep every stage documented and organized. For each configuration stage, they give Claude the goal they want to achieve, the devices, interfaces, or network sections involved, the relevant information and requirements for that specific stage, any limitations or settings they don't want to get changed. They also ask Claude to explain its plan before making changes, clearly name and comment everything it creates, document the configuration step by step, test whether the intended result was achieved, and provide a routerOS.rsc export. They refine their prompts with AI so Claude and ChatGPT can understand the task more clearly and complete the process more effectively. Before Claude executes the configuration on the router, they give the Claude pre-configured plan to ChatGPT for verification and confirm whether it matches the intended goal or not. After the plan is approved by ChatGPT, they let Claude to proceed with the configuration. Once Claude is done, they give ChatGPT literally the whole chat history with Claude, including their original prompt, Claude's plan and configuration report, the test results, and the .rsc export. All info they have asked from Claude before. After that, for extra safety, they ask ChatGPT to give them a list of Winbox screenshot. Then, with all the provided information, ChatGPT checks whether anything is missing, incorrect, conflicting, or unrelated. If the configuration is correct, they continue to the next stage. If adjustments are required, ChatGPT gives them a specific follow-up prompt that they can send back to Claude, or a simplified step-by-step guide so they can manually do through the Winbox. This way, Claude handles the configuration, ChatGPT supervises the result, and Billie and Renee remain in control throughout the process. They connect the devices as described in the previous video, and now they connect their laptop to the router's Ether 2 port. Since the router doesn't have internet access yet, they keep their laptop connected to another Wi-Fi network so Claude AI and ChatGPT can operate properly. As they want to use Claude AI integrated with WebFig, they need to have Layer 3 accessibility. They choose a temporary management IP address to the interface connected to their laptop, which is Ether 2. To create the IP address, in Winbox, they go to IP, then Addresses, and click on the Create New, and then put the IP address and its interface. They also manually assign their laptop an address in the same subnet, allowing the laptop and router to communicate directly. They open the browser and type in the temporary router IP address on top, and the WebFig login page comes up. They enter the username and password they set earlier, then they enter the WebFig interface. They activate the Claude extension in the browser, and now they can utilize AI to configure the router. The very first thing they want to configure is internet access. Earlier, Billie and Renee contacted their ISP and received the connection detail for their new router. They were told to use PPPoE over VLAN 20 with the provided username and password and set the NAT setting accordingly. They do not fully understand the technical details, so they simply give Claude the information exactly as it was provided in the same prompt form that we explained before. They explain their goal, they give the details, they ask Claude to explain its plan and get approval before making changes. They also ask to leave clear namings and comments during the process. They ask to test the configuration and document the results and changes. Then, asking to export a routerOS.rsc file. And finally, if problems occur, they ask for a simple report and explanation. After that, Claude comes up with the configuration plan as you see. They give this, along with the initial prompt, to ChatGPT to check whether Claude's plan matches their intended goal or not. After that, ChatGPT confirms the Claude's plan. They let Claude to proceed with the process. Once Claude finishes the configuration, Billie and Renee collect the information prepared for the inspection process. They provide ChatGPT with the following details. For these 4 items, they literally copy and paste the whole conversation in the Claude chat so far, plus the RSC file they downloaded from the files section in WebFig or Winbox. ChatGPT compares their original goal with the configuration information, then asks for a few screenshots from Winbox to visually confirm the most important settings. They take the screenshots as ChatGPT guided them, and now we're going to see what ChatGPT's final judgment is for each of them. First, they go to interfaces and take a screenshot of it. It confirms Ether 3, VLAN 20, and PPPoE-WAN are all running and passing traffic. Second, inside interfaces, they go to VLAN tab, double-click on VLAN 20-WAN. It confirms VLAN ID is 20, parent interface is Ether 3, and the interface is running. Third, they click on PPP, then go to interfaces and double-click on PPPoE-WAN. It confirms that PPPoE runs over VLAN 20-WAN, username and password is correct, use peer DNS and add default route are enabled, status is connected, and link downs is 0. Fourth, they go to IP, then firewall, and NAT. It confirms that source NAT masquerade rule use PPPoE-WAN as the outgoing interface, and its counters are increasing. Fifth, they go to IP, then routes. It confirms that the active default route goes through PPPoE-WAN. Sixth, they go to IP, then addresses. It confirms dynamic PPPoE address and management address on Ether 2. And last one, they run terminal tests according to the following command. It confirms 0 packet loss and clean authentication and connection sequence. Finally, after analyzing all the provided information and screenshots, it proves that the PPPoE over VLAN 20 internet configuration is correct. From now on, they don't need to have the Wi-Fi connection anymore. Now it comes to setting up the VLANs on the router. If you watched our previous episode, you saw that Renee and Billie already created a VLAN list together with their gateways. So they write another prompt for Claude AI. After ChatGPT approves the configuration plan, they proceed with the configuration. As same as what they did for the previous configuration, they provide the required info for ChatGPT and comes up with this screenshot request. Let's dig deeper. First, they go to interfaces, then VLAN. It confirms all 9 requested VLANs exist on Ether 1 with the correct IDs and running status. VLAN 20 remains correctly on Ether 3. Second, they go to IP, then addresses. It confirms all gateway addresses match the plan and are assigned to the correct VLAN interfaces. Third, they go to PPP, then interfaces, double-clicking on the PPPoE-WAN and see status. It confirms PPPoE is connected, uptime is over 1 hour, and link down is 0. Fourth, they go to IP, then routes. It confirms the active default route still uses PPPoE-WAN. All 9 VLAN networks also appear as connected routes. Finally, they run a new terminal test with the following command. It confirms the VLAN and address outputs match the configuration plan. ChatGPT confirms the VLAN interfaces and gateways are configured correctly, with no overlapping networks. The PPPoE connection also remained active. Now they need to set up the DHCP servers, same way they designed before in previous episode. As similar to what they did before, they come up with this prompt. And after ChatGPT's approval of the Claude's plan, it proceeds with the process. ChatGPT comes up with these screenshot requests. First, they go to IP, then pool. It confirms all 9 DHCP pools exist and every address range matches the requested plan. No overlapping ranges are visible. Second, they go to IP, then DHCP server and DHCP. It confirms all 9 DHCP servers are enabled and attached to the correct VLAN interfaces using the correct pool and an 8 hours lease time. Third, they go to networks. It confirms all 9/24 networks have the correct gateway and use 1111 and 8888 for DNS. VLAN 20 has no DHCP entry. Fourth, they go to PPP, then interfaces, double-click on PPPoE-WAN and status. It confirms PPPoE remain connected, has over long hours of uptimes, and shows link down 0. And finally, the new terminal test. They run the following command. The test result shows pool, DHCP server, and network outputs match the requested configuration. Final verdict, the DHCP configuration is correct and approved. At this point, all three main goals for this stage of the network configuration are achieved. You can see how these two non-engineers with very basic networking knowledge were able to pull it off by properly utilizing AI tools for configuration and inspection. Because they documented every stage, they now have a valuable record of their network setup, including the ChatGPT chat history, which they can use later for scaling, troubleshooting, and future improvements. This chat history is a valuable aggregation of configuration data, reports, screenshots, and verification results. So far, we are done with stage 2. In the next video, we're gonna see how they set up the CRS switch. If you're interested in their journey, you can watch the 2 previous episodes so you know how they have proceeded up to this stage. Also, if you want to see the rest of the journey, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified when the next videos are released.